Aaron Witt at that second table if anybody will need him.
Chase, how good did that feel to get in the end zone with that run, especially the way you did it?
Yeah, really good, man. I mean, obviously, like, months of hard work and, just trusting myself and, just knowing I'm going to come back stronger than I was before.
Things didn't seem to be going your way early in the fourth quarter. Just when you saw that punt take that bounce and recover that, how much of a lift was that for you guys in terms of just emotionally?
Yeah. I mean, football is a fourth-quarter game, obviously, and we have to be better. But, I mean, special teams is a big part of, what we do here. That's we expect to do things like that. So I was really happy for the special teams doing it for sure.
Where do you think this offense needs to be better? I know you haven't seen the tape, but just initial thoughts.
I think that we have to be a little bit more balanced. I think we have to be better in areas that I think, myself included, like being better out of the backfield. I think pass pro-wise, we did okay. They didn't repeat us up too much, but just a bunch of different areas where I think we can be better. The first game, I think it was some first game jitters for sure.
Obviously, you guys want to be an explosive offense. Weren't able to really see that today. Coach Circle kind of mentioned they backed off quite a few times and was kind of intent on not letting that happen. But when as you're playing, can you tell, like, this is a game we got to stay patient, kind of take those 4 or 5 yard gains?
Definitely. I think, they came with a game plan and it was working for them. We only had, I think, like 2 drives coming out in the first half. So, their plan was, I don't think, to let us touch the ball very much. So, granted, we had some long drives, but like I said, like, you have to be okay with 4 or 5 yards. They were stacking the box against us a little bit.
Chase, it seemed like, run game was a big focus today, but there were maybe many explosive plays, more of those like 4 or 5 yard games. Do you kind of expect that coming into this game with the way that they were playing defense? What was kind of your guys' thoughts as a running back group? With the way they played?
That was 100% expected. Those safeties play run first. Watching film all week, those guys, they don't really, obviously they play the pass, but they react to the run. Like they're downhill fast. So you got to be okay with those 4 or 5, expect contact at second level pretty fast.
Did you come into this game feeling like it was just any other game, or after the injury for you personally? Was this
like mentally?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was just another game. Like I would say it's just like the return of myself. To come back. It's a lot different than I think in years past. I think last year, the way it ended, it was just so abrupt, and it definitely took a toll on me mentally. So just to be out there again, I don't really take anything for granted. I think at this point in time, I'm just gonna play every game like it's my last.
Can you promise me the touchdown, extra yards?
I just wasn't going to be denied, basically. I think how we improved, I think that's our mindset. I think that we feed off each other very well, and I'm excited for the year.
Last year you averaged around 13 carries a game before your injury. Today, 19.
Yeah.
How does that kind of feel? You immediately getting in there with the workload fresh after the injury, obviously.
Yeah, I think that's just a testament to my coaches believing in me, and I got to be better. I think that there are some plays that I left out there that I could have had some more yards on, and just going to take a look at the film and be better.
When you look at the red zone specifically, as from a running back perspective, do you think that there was maybe area for improvement there? Or?
Definitely. Not so necessarily just being on myself. I think just as a whole and what we do, I think there's definitely some improvement there.
Chaz, you guys didn't quite make one. Is that frustrating just to not have a big play in that mix?
I mean, it's definitely frustrating, but like I said, watching film all week, their goal was to stop the run. So not to say we wasn't expecting to break a big one. Of course, you want to break a big one all the time, but you got to be okay with the 4 and 5 yarders, and then eventually you're gonna bust one. So I think me and we did a really good job of being okay with those 4 or 5 yard runs.
Just in a game like this where you do kind of have to be okay with that, like you said, it's kind of more methodical run game. How is it so beneficial to have guys like you and Tawi that have played a lot of football, and how do you guys kind of support each other in a little more slow-paced game like that?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we played a lot of ball, so you have to be okay with having that unblocked guy free, so you have to be okay with running through him. So I mean, we understand that pretty well. So and we feed off each other well. Come on the sideline, what'd you see? Like I think we could have did this, so I think it's gonna be really good.
So you talk about coming to the sideline, obviously a new thing this year with the iPads. Just you saw you guys, particularly as running back rooms, huddle around it. Just how different is that to be able to watch the play immediately? Like, what's that like?
It's cool as shit, man. Like I think that having to be out there and then seeing the play right after, you either know like, damn, I should have did this, or you get to see like, oh, that was actually a really good play. Maybe we can do this again, or they give you something that you're not familiar with, so you can watch it and be prepared for it. So I think it's really good for us. I think for every team around the country, like it's really good for football.
Can we let Chaz go?